Amazon is one of the world's biggest marketplaces, perhaps the biggest marketplace for print-on-demand apparel. Now, Merch by Amazon is the interface where designers can list products for sale and make commissions on Amazon. It's a great way to earn some side hustle money. However, there is a challenge. Here you can see that I'm on tier 500 and I only have 438 designs uploaded. It takes time and energy to create new designs. So how can I maximize my time as a seller? Well, in this video, I'll be showing you how KITTL can enable me to make awesome designs in seconds. This walkthrough is specifically dedicated to Merch by Amazon, so I have some tips and tricks specific to the Merch by Amazon program. You can make sales. Let's jump in. If you've never heard of KITTL before, let me introduce you to one of my favorite interfaces in all of print on demand. There are a ton of different templates and tools that you can use to make awesome designs that then you can put on print on demand items and sell them on sites like Redbubble, TeePublic, and in this video, Merch by Amazon. The templates are really cool. When you click on one, you can change things inside the templates very easily. I can click on it, I can move it, I can even put in new text. I can replace objects, I can recolor objects. It's super easy and fun to use. You spend more time designing and less time worrying about technical aptitude. Now I'll put a link to KITTL in the video description below. Just a heads up, it is an affiliate link, and that just means that if you click on the link and you purchase the KITTL subscription, I would receive a small commission. I highly recommend them. Okay, let's get started and create our artboard for Merch by Amazon. So I'm going to go up here to the top right and I'm going to click on New Project. When I do that, I now have the option to just simply enter my width and my height over on the right hand side. My width is going to be 4,500 pixels. My height will be 5,400 pixels. That's the size of a Merch by Amazon template. When you click Create, it'll open up your artboard. The other option is to click on this POD Presets tab. It's located right there. And we can see there's all these different presets now that are built right into KITTL. So if I click on Merch by Amazon, it will automatically give me a 4,500 by 5,400 pixels artboard, and I'll click Create. Okay, so when you first get into KITTL, you may see that your artboard is quite large. It's not a big deal. Simply click on it right at the top. It'll highlight the artboard. Now hold down the Shift key and click the number 1 button. And now it'll zoom to the exact size so it fits into your monitor. And down at the bottom, you can see the size of the artboard is 4,500 by 5,400. You can also manually zoom in and zoom out as well down below. Okay, let's create our first design inside of KITTL. And we'll start off on the left-hand side by clicking on the Elements button. And you'll see there's a whole bunch of shapes, ornaments, illustrations, and then some abstract designs that'll come up. So you can really take your pick on what you would like to put into the artboard. You can also search through the elements as well. So if I search dog, for example, we'll see a whole bunch of dog designs come back. So I'm going to click on this one here. You can make it larger simply by dragging the corner of it. You can also rotate the image if you like as well. And then you can also change the color on some of the pictures. So this one, for example, is a vector. And you can see the illustration colors show up here on the right-hand side. So you can just simply click on the color and you can change the color pretty easily. If you pick an item that's not a vector, so over on the left, I'm going to select this little basset hound here. He's not a vector. So you'll see that when I look over on the right, there's no option now to change his color. He unfortunately is just stuck as is. Now I can change this to a vector pretty easily. Right here on the right, it says Image Vectorizer. When I click on it, it'll ask me how many colors, and I can go all the way up to 16. And when I click Vectorize Image, it will think for a second and it will render a little hound dog here as a vector. Okay, so the system actually looked and determined there was 15 colors total. There's all the 15 colors. Now you could change any of these colors now because it is considered a vector. I'm just going to make them a bit larger here. Let's say you wanted to change this color to crazy purple, for example. You can see inside the vector now it's changing. I'm going to get rid of doggy here and keep this guy. And now I'm going to add some text. So over on the left-hand side, I'm going to click the text button. It's the third one down. And you've got, again, a few different options here. You can click on one of the predefined sort of templates here. So for example, I'm going to click on this one, Bandits. And you'll see the text already shows up formatted. So you could change this simply by double-clicking on it. And then you could change the actual words. And you can see now, pretty easy very quickly you can have a good looking design. Now, if you don't want to do that, if you want to create it from scratch, that's fine too. Just click this Add Headline button here at the top. You'll see now right in the middle of my design, the word headline in very basic text has been created. I'm going to make it nice and big simply by dragging it out, double click inside, and now I can type in the words big dog like I had before, move it up to the top. Now I can change this font at any time. Over on the right, you'll see the text defaults to Roboto, but I could go through and change the text. So for example, to North Road, and then I could make it even larger if I wanted. Very easy to change the text color as well. Just simply click on the text color right there, and you can make the text color whatever color you would like. Now you'll notice that the snout of the dog is underneath the text. If you'd like it to be over the text, pretty easy to do. Right click on the image and then go to forward. That'll move it up to the top. You can also use the layers panel to do this as well. So over on the bottom right, you'll see a layers panel. When I click on it, you'll see some layers now come up, and you'll see the T, big dog, that's my text. And you can see now I've highlighted it by clicking on the layer. And then you can see when I click on Fierce Dog Illustration, that now gets highlighted. So if I wanted to put the big dog text on top, I could just drag this up one layer, and now you'll see the big dog text is on top of the dog. If you don't like that, just simply drag it back down underneath, and you'll see now the dog is on top of the text. There's also a KITTL AI feature, which is really cool. Down on the bottom left, there is a KITTL AI button. And I'm going to go here to the image generator and type in dog wearing sunglasses. And then I can select my image styles right here. I've got different image styles. So I'm going to pick this psychedelic one, for example, and I'm going to click Generate Image. And we can see now it populates right in the design. This is pretty nice. I'm going to make this nice and big. If you want to center it, just simply drag it along and you'll see a little vertical line will pop up right there. Or you can also, if you're way off base, there's a centering button right here at the top. When I click it, it'll simply move to the center. You can also vertically center it as well. I'm going to move it down to the bottom, center it, and then go backwards. So now my big dog font is here at the top. I'm going to center that as well. Now, if you just wanted the dog, you didn't want the background, you can simply click the image, and then right here on the right-hand side, you'll see instantly AI background remover comes up. I'm going to click on it. And just like that, the very smart AI inside of KITTL has removed the background. And this is a good looking t-shirt design. So I'm going to change this text very easily. Just double click it. And then I'm just going to type in something else. And I'm going to make him just a tiny bit smaller. So you'll see what I'm doing here. I'm very quickly changing the design on the fly as I get more information or as my taste change. Your artboard will auto-save every few seconds. And you can also click the Ctrl-Z key to employ the undo feature. To remove the background here is pretty straightforward. There's a couple ways you can do it. The easiest way is down on the bottom right. I'm going to click the Layers panel. I'm going to expand out the artboard. And then right here at the bottom, you'll see the word background, and that's the white background in my design. There's a little eyeball next to it, and that's the visibility settings. When I click on the eyeball, you'll see now the background has been removed. If you wanted to change the background color, simply change it by clicking on the background layer. Then you'll see the color pops up right here, and you could change the background. You may want to do that for some designs. You can also change the alpha channel right here, which brings that down to 0 as well, and basically makes the background transparent. Now to download this design is pretty straightforward. Over on the right hand side, you'll see a download button right there. When I click on it, you're going to have a few different options. It's going to ask you if you'd like to download a PNG file, a JPEG, an SVG, or a PDF file. For Merch by Amazon, you want to make sure you're downloading a PNG file. A PNG file has the capacity to render your design with a transparent background. So this is exactly what we want. You'll see the width and the height is correct. You'll see the DPI is 300. Now I like to click this remove background button even though I've already removed the background, and I like to click the optimize quality, and then when I click download, you'll see my project now shows up as a PNG file. I can simply retitle this and then I can click save. And now my file has been saved and I'm ready to upload it onto Merch by Amazon. One of the coolest things on KITTL is that you can use one of the templates that are already predefined and you can make a great looking Merch by Amazon design just based on the template. So there's a few different things you can do here. You can go to the top under templates and you can select t-shirts or sweatshirts, for example. If I click on t-shirts, you'll see these are designs specifically designed for t-shirts. You can also see now underneath it, there's sub-menus here. Vintage t-shirts, typography t-shirts, funny t-shirts. You can even sort by color or by theme. I just like to scroll through, and if you find something you really like, you can simply click it. So I'm going to click this one right here, and you'll see now this pops up. This is a template that you can now change. Now you want to change your artboard now to a Merch by Amazon artboard. So you want to click on the artboard, and then you'll see over here on the right-hand side, the artboard size is an A4. So what you want to do is change this artboard size. So right here under width, I'm going to go 4,500, and under height, I'm going to go 5,400, and then I'm going to click enter. Now you'll notice that changes the artboard, but it doesn't change the design. So I'm going to click on this artboard right at the top and hold down the shift key and press the number 1 button. That now zooms out my artboard to full size. Okay, so you might notice the design's looking a little tiny here because I've got a relatively large artboard. Pretty easy to do. I'm going to hold down the control key and then A. That selects everything. So now I've selected everything, but I've also selected the artboard. So I'm going to hold down the shift key and just click the artboard. So now I've selected everything inside the artboard. Now I can just simply drag it, make it nice and big. So just like that, I've now got this artboard and I can move things around. Okay, so what I'd recommend is making each design your own so that you're not just uploading a design as is to Merch by Amazon. You want to be an artist, and that means you'd want to have something unique in your design. Okay, so this is a nice look if you would like to make some sort of like a Banksy design or a stencil design. And of course, this is just one example. Using KITTL, the possibilities really are endless. I really hope you found this walkthrough helpful. I absolutely love using KITTL. I use it all the time to make print-on-demand sales. Merch by Amazon is an awesome tool. I highly recommend that you sign up on Merch and you sell some print-on-demand designs. Again, I'll put a link to KITTL in the video description below. Make sure you check it out. I think it's an awesome tool for print on demand. Thanks a lot for watching. Here's another video on how you can supercharge your print on demand journey using KITTL.